This program is brought to you by the following proud sponsors: the Alltech Media Group, the region's leading multimedia video production and marketing company, and by California CEO Online Video Business Magazine.
I'm Laura Buchanan with True Hair LLC, and we make Healthilocks, as in healthy hair. We make money out of protein and water. Healthilocks is a full product line that is a salon treatment and then products that a client uses at home to actually rebuild hair. This is a huge breakthrough, and so we actually have a patent pending on it. The big problem that we're dealing with is that hair gets dry or damaged or thin, and studies have shown that bad hair days really do affect people, and hair goes to the real identity of people, and they're willing to pay to fix the problem. It turns out hair care is a huge industry, and thin, dry, and damaged hair is a really big part of that $50 billion industry. So the problem that we started with was thin hair, because our founder is a scientist who realized that her hair was thinning. So she went into the lab to figure out what makes healthy hair and what can fix the damage that is done to hair. So it turns out that gorgeous hair, which is what we all want, we don't really realize it's healthy hair. And healthy hair is simply protein and water. That sounds simple, but it turns out it's a really difficult problem to solve. Pretty much everything in the world knocks the protein and water out of hair. So when the protein breaks off, the water is released. And then the question is, how do you put it back? Other products have tried to fix this problem for centuries, and they've tried all kinds of things. There are two problems they have, though, is they haven't been using the elements of hair, which are protein and water. The water is the key element. And they haven't figured out a way to actually bond the product to the hair. So Healthilocks, so this shows a competitive product, or the plants that people try to use. Healthilocks solved this problem by creating a mixture of natural ingredients that will actually bond to the hair. And we use heat to get to a safe temperature and make that mixture seal on there. And then the real key is that our ingredients draw water in and hold the water in the hair. So the coating and the water builds up the hair. It makes thin hair thicker, and dry, damaged hair gets soft and silky. Let me show you. This is the up-close version of what happens with a Healthilocks hair. It's nice and repaired. The surface is smooth. We filled in the damage. And it's kind of like a Zamboni for you hockey fans. It uses water and some pressure to rebuild with the actual elements of what you're rebuilding. So Healthilocks is true hair repair. This is really critical because it's not just a Band-Aid on the problem, and it makes hair healthy, which makes it gorgeous. This next slide shows how hair gets better and better over time. The key with our products is that it's actually rebuilding the hair, and every time you use it, the hair gets better. But then the environment and styling is going to do some damage, and so we keep repairing the damage and then protect the hair from future damage. Also, this is not a straightening product, and so we're rebuilding the hair that you have. We're making your texture the best it can be. So if your hair is straight, it's going to be straight. If it's curly, it can be curly. It's going to be you. It's the client and how they want to style it and how they want to show up in their lives every day. What's our secret sauce? Well, we have a patent pending and we have trade secrets. We also are in an industry that is really predictable. This industry has customers who are willing to spend a lot of money on their hair, and our product line is designed for the highest profit part of that industry. We have a salon treatment, and people pay to go into their stylist to get that treatment done, and then they take the retail products home and use those products to keep their hair until they get to the next treatment. What's good for business is that everything damages hair, and it keeps damaging hair, so they do need to keep using our products. Also, for distribution, we're in California. We started in Carlsbad at a biotech. We are actually moving across the country and getting distribution using our network of trusted professionals. Distributors and salons are the trusted professionals for their clients. Competitors make a lot of claims about repair and rehydration, but True Hair and our Healthilocks products are really the only ones that actually repair the damage. We're really bonding the product to the hair. It lasts for 12 weeks. It's also a clean, green product. There are no bad ingredients. It's all natural stuff, and it was developed to be safe and sound for all kinds of hair and for the scalp and for the planet. So it has been tested extensively, and it's ready to go. Our team is really strong in science and operations. We have the products ready to go. We have some other ideas on the drawing board when we have cash, and we're ready to turn the key and manufacture as much product as we want. We are looking for marketing and sales gurus to help us build out our distribution chain. Our projections for revenue are also based on a really clear industry where the path has been clear before. Companies who develop products like this realistically make tens of millions of dollars after 3 to 5 years. And so we think that we can do that as well. The exit is also really clear in this industry. If you do well, you build a great brand, you have wonderful products, usually you get acquired in 3 to 5 years. And our plan is to be acquired in 3 to 5 years. So we want to get our products on people's heads and helping them. That's why we call it Healthilocks, and that's how we make money out of protein and water.
Great, thank you. So, we have some questions.
Okay.
How are you entering the market? How are you?
Sure.
You talked about you're moving across the country. How are you doing that, and how many places are you now?
Right now we sell to about 40 salons directly. We have 2 distributors that we're just getting up and running in Oregon and in the Kentucky, Tennessee area, and we're talking to distributors across the country. We have an internal sales force, but it's not extensive. Our plan is to build that capability out with distribution. And in this industry, distributors have relationships with 200 to 1,200 to 1,500 salons, depending on the size of the distributor. And so it's really having that trusted professional walk into a salon where they already have a relationship, and they can say, hey, you trust me, I vetted this product. So the way that we roll this out is to start with salons, prove that the product works, and then build our distribution network and have those distributors who are on the ground, they have their relationships, and they'll build out the network for us.
Are you finding the salons just by targeting ones that might be big in a certain area and then just going and seeing if you can find some time with them?
What we've done so far is start out with the ones where we have relationships, and so that sometimes that's only 1 or 2 stylists. We have some relationships with larger salons, but we really don't. We come from the biotech and pharmaceutical industries, so we've started in the backyard of our founder, where she had relationships. Most of our salons are independent salons. That's one of the challenges in this industry, and one of the reasons that you go to a distributor that already has those relationships. So there are also huge salon chains like Ulta. They have about 1,000 salons across the country. That's a really great place to be in some ways, and yet one of the reasons that they're all over the place is that their pricing is a little more competitive, shall we say. This is a high-end product, and so you want it in a salon where you expect people to pay high-end prices for hair care. And we hope to be in those chains eventually. Getting to the right people in those chains, though, is a significant challenge. And so that's another reason to start working with distributors and with the marketing and PR professionals who have those relationships.
Is it a product that has to be applied by a professional, or can this product go directly,
Right.
B2C?
Well, the answer is actually yes to both of those. The reason that we want it in salons is partly for the network of trusted professionals who are recommending it, but really the process for the salon treatment uses a flat iron, which gets up to about 300 degrees. And people can use those at home. Everybody does use them at home. I have one that I have in my bathroom. We don't want people using that really hot tool and then using our product and having damage to their hair, probably from the hot device. So our products don't have any chemicals. People could use them at home. They can have their hands in it all day long. The reason we have them in salons for the salon treatment is for the stylist to use that hot flat iron. And then we do have the line of products that people can use at home. If somebody's not in a neighborhood or near one of our salons, and that's probably most of the country right now, they can use our home products. The leave-in treatment, which does similar things to what the salon treatment does, is less concentrated. And so that's perfectly safe to use at home, and we are confident that people will be fine with that.
So it must be applied using heat and pressure, is that what you're saying? Or is it
It's mainly the heat. So for the salon treatment, to truly have the product bond to the hair, you do have to have the heat. When you're using the at-home products, it's like other products where it's going to attach to the hair, but not really strongly because you haven't used heat. Now, if you do what I do, which is use a curling iron and a flat iron sometimes, that home product will bond to the hair more strictly, shall we say. But to truly have it bond to the hair, you have to use the salon treatment and use the flat iron. But we do have some clients who only use the home products because they're not near one of our salons. And the home products do make the hair get better and better because, especially that leave-in treatment, it's putting a coating on the hair, and then when the customer is styling their hair, it's protecting it from the flat iron, from the blow dryer. And so you're protecting it from the damage, and that means that you're keeping it healthy.
This is a very competitive field. There are always new products coming up, and so how do you combat the problem of fads and things like that? I know in the past you've talked about like Brazilian Blowout and some of these other groups that have started something, and then everyone, I mean, you want to protect the integrity of your brand, and you don't want to be just another fad, right? You want to build value into the brand. So what's your strategy for that? Is that part of working with the salon owners? Or?
You hit the nail on the head. One of the reasons to go to, well, the main reason, other than the safety of the application with a professional, the reason to go to a salon and to use stylists who are professionals is because they are the trusted professional recommending products to their clients. And we're finding that talking to stylists, especially now, and some of them have run into health issues with some other products, they are looking for products that are safe in the salon, that they can have their hands in every day. And they are waiting for this kind of product that they can recommend to their clients. So how do you rise above the noise? It's really going stylist by stylist, which for us, we don't want to build an in-house sales force. It's very expensive, which is why the distributor makes sense, because they have a sales force. They are trusted by their salon for vetting products and only carrying things that they believe in. And so we get them on board with why you want to choose a healthy product that's good for people and the planet. And number one, it has to work. So we've tested that completely. We've also tested to confirm that it's completely safe for people. And for hair and for scalp. Another issue that, that basically is the answer, that we go to distributors and salons because the way you rise above the noise is to have the trusted professional tell a client, this is what I think you should be using. Our target client is really, professional women and people and women who are willing to spend money to be the person that they think they want to be. And part of that is having great hair. So those folks are typically not looking in the latest fashion magazine or teen magazine for products. They're out living their life, they're doing their job, they're probably taking care of a family. And the way that they deal with this kind of issue is not to sort through all the products themselves, but to go to their professional who's going to tell them this is what's going to be great for you.
Have you thought about, since there are distributors who have those established relationships, have you thought about finding a distributor to do like a joint venture or alliance or something like that, where you can actually include them and kind of bring them closer than just signing them up to distribute your product?
We would certainly consider that. What we've found in talking to distributors is that Their first big hurdle with starting to work with a brand is typically if the brand tries to require a really big buy-in, and you need to buy 1,000 products and put them on your shelves and then go try to sell them, and good luck to you. So the first step is making it easy for them to actually buy our products and start proving that the concept works for them. Then they're buying products because they're selling it to salons and they're having success. We would be open to a significant distributor that had the kind of coverage that would be willing to do that. What we found is that they're interested in doing their business, and by virtue of picking up your product, they're kind of doing the same thing. They're investing in the inventory, and so that's an investment in you, really. And then they're investing in their salespeople and training them, and that's a significant investment as well. So if they were interested in doing a more significant deal and locking it up long term, we would certainly be interested in that. The nature of developing that relationship just puts that a little farther down the road.
Have you gotten testimonials from salon owners that you can use to kind of pressure the distributors to say, look, we've got a ready, willing, and able group out there to buy?
We have salons who are using it, and we have some testimonials from salon owners and from our end user clients who say, this is the product. The user clients are saying, this is the product I've been waiting for. I had one salon owner who is now working with us as a trainer, and she said, this is the product that our industry has been waiting for. So we have those testimonials. Getting in front of a distributor and getting them on board, that really helps to open the door, especially if you have one of those people who's kind of banging on the door of the distributor and knows them well. What we found is that you have to have everything from soup to nuts. You have to have the products, you have to have those salon owners who are supporting you, and you have to have a compelling model for them to be interested in investing in you, because by buying the products, they're investing in you.
Have you ever thought of reverse marketing?
Reverse marketing?
I worked with a nail polish company like 20 years ago, and very similar to your product. Very high-end nail polish.
Right.
They marketed strictly to salons, and it was a slow process.
Right.
We convinced them to market to the general public.
Right. Kind of like you need the purple pill.
Yeah, this is only available in salons. Make sure
Right.
you ask your salon
Right.
owner,
Right.
for
Yes.
Healthilocks.
Absolutely.
And it actually drove their sales much quicker.
Right.
Because the consumer was going into the salon saying, hey, are you using Healthilocks?
Right.
Can I try it?
Right.
And what happens
Right.
is then they...
Yeah, absolutely. You
salon
get the
owners were going,
customers asking. Right.
So have you considered that?
Well, we've actually started those efforts. We've been working a little bit with a PR agency that is helping us to reach out, and we do a lot of outreach ourselves on social media, because you do have to have these things going at the same time. That's another element of support of the distributors. You can't just hand them the product and say, you guys market it. They want people asking for it. And so we've started that process. We went to a trade show last July in 2014 in Las Vegas, and had a journalist from the whose work gets posted generally, but on the LA Times website. And when that story talking about the next big things in beauty hit on the LA Times website, they included Healthilocks as, healthy hair is going to be the new thing, and it's anti-aging because that's where skincare is going. You need to do all these things. So we're starting those. We are doing those efforts without a lot of cash. We can't do the traditional, let's put a billboard up, but we can reach out to bloggers and to journalists and try to get that kind of attention. And we've had at least 6 or 7 bloggers try the product and do blogs on it and say, wow, we love Healthilocks, it's amazing.
Yeah, it seems like social media would be great for what you guys are doing.
Right. And so we're also trying to reach out and somehow get it in the hands of celebrities. That's another, it's a challenge. If it happens, it's cute, it's amazing. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do unless you have a relationship or they stumble on your product in kind of an organic way. And we really think that that's what they want as well, because they've had a lot of challenges with being promised all kinds of things. And then
the stylist for the stars to start using your product, and then they'll get the celebrities to use it, and then you get the testimony.
With any luck, yes.
And have you thought of the online training so that you can train more faster?
That is actually where The next money that we raise would be going to online training, so that if a stylist hears about us on the LA Times website or Baltimore Sun, where we got picked up, they can come to our website. They don't need to attend a training somewhere. The other great thing about this product is that a professional stylist can pick it up and really read the instructions and just do it. One of my tests for the company was to see if I liked the product. So I went to my stylist. She's been a stylist for over 30 years. She read the instructions. She goes, okay. And she did the treatment on my hair, and it was fantastic. So it's easy for them to pick up, and it's exactly the kind of training that we would love to do on our website. So that will be next.
Besides the healthy nature of the product, making stylists happy to use it and not feel their health is threatened, what's the business model for them that would give them some kind of incentive to use it?
Right. Well, it's really the pricing of the products. It's at a price point where it makes sense for them to buy it, and then it's a really high profit service for them. But we've found that in talking to stylists, it's not as much the money. The money is the nice thing that follows along with a treatment. What they really want for their clients is to help their clients get the look that they want. And they've read all the studies about this is an emotional thing, and it creates confidence. It gets people to where they're freed up to just go and live their lives. And so I hear stylists talk more about confidence. And so they want to know that this product is going to work for their client. It's going to be safe and healthy for the client and for the stylist. And then, oh, by the way, it's a really great business model for them. We have some stylists who have picked up the product and they are now working less because they're making more money in a shorter period of time.
I'm trying to understand if this is a completely style neutral, or is it, or does it actually, is it something that the stylist would apply to help implement whatever style they're going after?
Right.
Is it purely for repairing the hair, or does it have some sort of style addition to it?
It actually does have a styling component to it. Stylists tell us that it's a really wonderful cutting aid, and then when it's on the hair, it makes the hair much easier to style. But they're probably going to end up using something else like a hairspray or some other products later if they're truly doing a really big styling job. The real market is for the repair of the hair, because thin, dry, damaged hair, it's like painting on a canvas that's broken. You don't want to do a painting on a canvas that's got holes in it. So we're going to repair that canvas. And then it does make it easier to style. And the kicker is the really hot products the last few years have been straightening products. Straightening and what I think is known kind of in consumer minds as smoothing really is a chemical process. They're harsh chemicals. If somebody has curly hair and wants it to be straighter, or what is sometimes referred to as softer, those are nicer words for you're damaging your hair. You're actually breaking down the hair to pull the curl out of it. So if you're doing that, then you really need true hair repair from Healthilocks.
Great. Is there anything, final question, is there anything that the Million Cups community can do for you?
Well, they can spread the word. If they have friends who go to stylists and salons that are concerned about health, and I think these days they probably all do, they can walk in and say, hey, have you heard about this great product? It would be great for your business and great for your clients. If they're interested in helping to build a company that is women-owned and based on technology, they can get in touch with us, because we really want to be a rallying cry for building businesses that are not based on a Me Too, let's put some more stuff in a bottle and put it in a pretty package. We really want innovation to drive our business and to help build other women's businesses. It's high profit because it's challenging to do. It's an expensive ingredient to make. We're sourced and manufactured in the United States. So if they want to support an American company, this is a company to support. But really, they can help us get the word out that this is a true leap forward in hair care, and it really does help the people it's designed to help.
This program was brought to you by the following proud sponsors: the Alltech Media Group, the region's leading multimedia video production and marketing company, and by California CEO online video business magazine.